Induction. This means any kind of induction. This doesn't just mean the typical medical induction. I am talking about membrane sweeps. I am talking about trying to get things going with the natural induction methods. There is no such thing as a natural induction, because the whole idea of induction is to force your baby out before your baby and your body is actually ready. If an induction method works, it is because your baby was already going to signal for labor to start within the next few days. If an induction works, it is because your body was already going to go into labor. There's the other side of the coin though. You decide to try to induce your labor just because you're trying to beat a clock or meet some arbitrary timeline that some man created over hundreds of years ago, thinking that this is the way that all women had to birth their babies by a certain point. You do that and follow some man who also had the Friedman's curve and thinking how long labor was supposed to last, you're going to have a bad time. Because again, induction is messing with the physiological birth process. It is messing with your hormones. It is messing with your ability to stay relaxed. It's going to hurt. It's going to be more painful. It's going to cause stress on your baby. It may or may not end up that you need an assisted vaginal delivery, which means that they're pulling the baby out with forceps, or they're using the ventus, which is also the vacuum extractor to pull the baby out. I'm just going to say it. Don't go Googling what that actually looks like. It's freaky. It will scare the hell out of you. I've seen videos on YouTube of this. It's not fun. You don't want to see that. And the last one, if you're a first-time mom and you're planning to have an induction and your body's not favorable, you have a 3 times more likely a chance of having a C-section. And that's like half the time when I see these statistics, it's like when you get induced, it's a flip of a coin, whether it's going to work for you or not. And if it doesn't work, often the protocol, if an induction doesn't work, is they go straight to a C-section. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes if you start an induction and you're still early in the process and things aren't going to move ahead, you can decide you've changed your mind and go home. But oftentimes this isn't the case, because they are pushing induction because they want you to be efficient and follow their timeline. And I'm sorry, but induction is not your friend. It's just not. Unless you have a medical complication and you have figured out and read why induction matters, or done some other research to understand your actual complication and the likelihood of induction working and the likelihood of a complication with induction versus a complication without induction, and you've really figured out those numbers, you're not fully informed and you could be making a huge mistake that you'll wish that you hadn't made. Okay? So induction is a huge, huge natural birth trap. And I see it so often. And oftentimes it's for something as simple as you've gone past your due date, or your care provider is pushing induction because you're a certain age and they think that that's going to reduce the chance of stillbirth. It's not actually that big of a number, but they like to make it sound like it is. And then you just end up having a traumatic birth. It's terrible. If you want the full guide and have this list that you can use as reference, it's a PDF guide. You can put it on your phone. You can refer to it anytime you want. Just go to www.empoweringmomsbirth.com/store. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.